Hello, everybody, and welcome to 30 Apps in 30 Days with me, Zack Jan, founder and CEO of R2D2 AI, the AI consultancy, training, and education firm, and also AI coach. And we are supported very kindly by those lovely people at Replit. I'm going to be building 30 apps over the next 30 days, and I'm going to be showing you exactly how I do it. I have no coding experience, I'm not a programmer, and I want you to know how easy it is now to build an app, a website, or some kind of application just by using the English language. You know, the world has changed completely since OpenAI brought ChatGPT to the mainstream a couple of years ago. The world has exploded. And now anyone who can speak English or has the power of the written word can create and build apps, whether it's for professional reasons, whether it's for personal reasons. If you're a parent, for your kids, whatever you want to do, you can build amazing things so quickly. And Replit is one of the most amazing applications out there. And they even have a free plan. So my suggestion to you is go to replit.com, replit.com, set up a free plan, start playing around with it, and also start playing around with the other models and just to see what's out there. But for now, we are going to make 30 apps in 30 days. I thought I would ease you in today's day one with something really simple. Now, we've all had the dilemma of when we open up a fridge, we have ingredients in there and we don't know what to make. So what we're going to build an app here very quickly, by the way. I know your time is precious. I know you don't have time to waste. We're going to build an app very quickly that's going to give us ideas for what to make quickly, easily with the ingredients in our fridge. So without much further ado, I'm going to get started. Come along with me. And what's going to happen is I'm going to gradually increase the complexity of the apps over the days. I wanted to start off with something simple just to ease you in and make you comfortable, kick the tires. But they will get more and more complicated. But hopefully, you will increase in confidence in your knowledge as you play around with Replit or any of the other apps. So you can come along with me as well. So let's get started. Once again, I'm Zach from r2d2ai.com and also Zack Jan, the AI coach on YouTube. But this is all unscripted, by the way. So forgive me if I hesitate or I stumble or I stammer or whatever. But let's get started with our first app, which will be designed to help us make the best use of the ingredients in our fridge so we don't throw them away and we can make the best use of them. Come along with me. Let's get started. The energy in this campaign at the moment is amazing. Thank you for joining me. Let's get started. Okay, so the first thing you need to do is set up an account with Replit. Replit. R for Romeo, E for Echo, P for Peter, L for Lima, I for India, T for Tommy.com. And as I said before, they do have a free account. So once you set up the account, which is fairly straightforward, you'll be brought to this page, which resembles in many ways most of the other large language models like ChatGPT, Anthropic Claude, Google's Gemini. So you come to this box and you have a few boxes on the left here for your projects that are being published and various settings. But for now, we're going to keep it simple and just focus on building our first app. Now, I am going to put in some prompts. Now, I came up with some prompts earlier on. A prompt is basically a set of instructions that you're giving the AI. Think of the AI as an intern who's just started working for you. They could be a person, it could be a cleaner in your house, it could be a new employee, but it's their first day. So you need to tell them exactly what you want to do, why you want to do it, how you want it to look. It's the same as going to a hairdresser. You know, I want this kind of hairstyle, I want it to look like this, this color. So you're basically giving instructions to the AI. That is what a prompt is. It's nothing else. You're just giving the AI instructions. The more detail you give it, the quicker the results will be for you. And the first answer you get is not necessarily going to be the best answer. So you need to keep on digging and talking to it to get better answers and better results. Anyway, we're going to give Replit our first prompt. We're going to call our app Fridge Chef. So I've already prepared some prompts for Fridge Chef, for our chef that's going to make food in our fridge, which has been left over. So I'm going to paste this to save time. Rather than me typing everything, I'm going to paste this and I'm going to read out to you exactly what I have written. Bear with me as I copy and paste. I'm just going to copy that first prompt. Now, as you can see, I've put in a prompt, build me a web app called Fridge Chef. The tagline is open fridge, close fridge, open fridge chef. The app does one simple thing for me. The user types in the ingredients they have at home, and the app suggests 3 recipes they can actually cook with those ingredients. Again, I'm telling it exactly what I want. Here's how it works, Replit. I want it to be a warm, friendly homepage with a name and tagline at the top. I want the user, me, to be able to type in the ingredients one at a time, and each one appears as a little removable tag on the screen. They can tick boxes for vegetarian, vegan, gluten-free, quick under 20 minutes. There may be other dietary preferences, religious preferences. You can put all that in there as well. They press a big button that says, what can I make? Putting the challenge down to the app. 3 recipe cards appear, each showing the name, a 1-line description, how long it takes, and whether it's easy, medium, or hard to make this recipe. They tap a recipe, they see the full ingredients list and step-by-step cooking instructions. I want the app to make it look warm and cozy like a kitchen. I want a warm off-white background, tomato red buttons, green ingredients tags, large friendly fonts, and I want it working beautifully on a mobile phone as well, because not everyone's going to have their laptop in their kitchen. They may have a tablet, but as we all know, most of us have our mobiles with us almost all of the time. So let's see what happens. I'm going to put that, I'll put that in, and we're going to press the enter key, and it started to work. Now it's working away. It's talking to me. Fridge Chef sounds like a brilliant little app, warm, focused, and genuinely useful. Now what's happening is it's talking to me on the left and it's working on the app on the right. So whilst it's talking to me, it's building on the right. And it's telling me, here's the plan. I'll create a cozy web app with ingredients tagging user interface, diet filters, and AI-powered recipe suggestions using an LLM large language model in the back end. The front end will feel like a warm kitchen, and the whole thing will work beautifully on mobile. Let me get started. First, I'll set out the project structure and an OpenAI contract. Then I'll build a front end and back end in parallel. Now I'll write the OpenAI API, I beg your pardon, API, not AI, spec for the recipe suggestion, and then run the code gen. I'll explain all those things later on in this 30 app series. Now I'll set up the OpenAI integration. Basically, it's saying it's going to use OpenAI as its source for this, as opposed to Anthropic Claude or Gemini, Google Gemini. So it's going to use one model of AIs. So now it's writing the spec, copying the integration templates in parallel. It's running the code. Now it's telling me the code is done. Now let me grab the exact hook names and launch the design sub-agent whilst I build the backend. Now it's telling me, and it's wonderful how it communicates with you. Now I'll design the sub-agent immediately and simultaneously start building the backend. Now it's working away. I'm going to pause the video because this could take a few minutes. I don't want to bore you So I'll come back to you as soon as it's finished. So that took about 2 minutes, and look at what's come up. It has come up with now. Look at what it's come up with, which is pretty decent. I'm fairly impressed with that. What can I make? The button is there. Dietary preferences, as we asked for. Logo, brand name, not bad at all. And it's asking me if you want me to publish it, which is amazing. So you could publish this and perhaps share it with your friends. But we're going to go a bit deeper because I did come up with a couple of more prompts. So just to add a bit of shine to this. So I'm going to tell it, 1 second. I'm now going to tell it and now, because the work is shown on the right there, that's our canvas, but the instructions box has moved to the left here at the bottom, just here. So I'm going to put a new prompt in. Again, the prompt is a command, an instruction, what I want you to do next. So I'm asking it for a second smaller button next to the main one that says, surprise me, with a little dice symbol. It picks one unexpected recipe from whatever ingredients were entered. When the recipes are loaded, show a friendly message that slowly cycles through these 3 phrases, adding a bit of personality, checking your fridge, getting creative, almost ready. Again, it's about the user experience. You're making it very friendly and adding a touch of humor and personality. And then I'm going to tell you, if anything goes wrong, show this friendly message. Fridge chef had a moment, try again. How lovely. If someone presses the button with fewer than 2 ingredients, show this instead of searching add at least 2 ingredients. Even basics like bread and egg count. So you could do something with even 2 ingredients. So that's my next prompt. I'm going to press the button and it's gone to work again. I'm going to pause again. As you can see, it's working there. I love the way it communicates with you. It's like your best friend with amazing communication skills. You can try this for yourself, so I'm not going to bore you with this while it's working. So I'm going to pause for now and come back to you. See, now it's saying, now I have a clear picture of the code. I'll make all 4 changes directly. Amazing. All you need is knowledge of the English language. That's all you need. As I said before, if you're a parent, a grandparent, a teacher, anyone, you can make something amazing just by talking to this, and giving it instructions, clear instructions, and it'll come out with something amazing. So that took less than a minute. And now we are it's added the surprise me button, and it says sits neatly beside the main button with a dice icon. It fetches recipes, then picks one at random and takes you straight to the full recipe detail. It's added cycling loading messages. So when it's thinking, the text fades slowly with a bit of personality, checking your fridge, getting creative, almost ready, every 1.4 seconds. Did you think this would be possible for someone with no coding to do this? Seriously. It's got a friendly error message saying if anything goes wrong, it says fridge chef had a moment, trying again, instead of just a bland error message. And it's got ingredient validation. So pressing either button with fewer than 2 ingredients shows add at least 2 ingredients. Even basics like eggs and bread count. How amazing. Rather than just going void with a generic text error message. So we're going to go a bit further. I'm going to tell it this is what I'm going to tell it. Please add a cook mode. On the full recipe screen, add a big button that says Start Cooking. When it's tapped, I want it to go full screen and show one step at a time in very large, easy to read text, because sometimes you're in the kitchen and you're not close to your tablet, phone, or laptop. So you're having to look from a distance because your cooker could be somewhere and your counter could be somewhere else. I want a big button at the bottom that says Done, Next Step, so the user can press that whenever they're done the next step. I want it to show progress, like step 2 of 5. When it's finished, I want it to reply with a sense of humor. You cooked it. And ask for a star rating out of 3. Also let users save favorite recipes with a bookmark button. Saved recipes appear in a My Recipes section. Everything saves in the browser with no account needed. Now, as we go further into this course, you'll be able to monetize these kind of things and put a paywall in front of this so you can charge if you want to. But for now, I'm going to enter that and see what it does. I'll come back to you in a few minutes when it's ready. Let's see how long it takes. Let's see how long it takes. So that took, as you can see here on the left, worked for 3 minutes. So that took 3 minutes, and it's added a Start Cooking button at the bottom of every recipe detail. That'll come up after you put in what's in your fridge here. Tapping it launches a full screen showing one step at a time in very large and easy to read text. A thin progress bar fills across the top with steps 1, 2, 3, or 5, whatever, shown clearly so you know exactly where you are. The Done Next Step button advances through the steps, becoming Finish Cooking on the last one. And after finishing, it says to you, you've cooked it. And with a 3-star rating, tap any star to rate. Amazing. There is a My Favorite Recipe. Sorry, I'll keep on shaking the table. I do apologize. Bad habit. I'll improve tomorrow. A bookmark icon sits in the top right of every recipe detail. Tap it to save your recipes. A My Recipes pill button lives under the header. It shows a count badge when recipes are saved. And everything lives in your browser's local storage. No account, no sign in, always there. But again, if you wanted to monetize this, it could be a nice little side hustle for you. So we are going to go to one final prompt just to put some icing on this cake. I'm going to copy this. This is the last prompt, the last instruction, the last improvement. But obviously, once you are seeing it work and you can think of improvements, you can always add to it and improve it. Iteration, continuous improvement. So this is version 1. So this is not the final version, but I'm doing this for the purposes of this campaign, 30 apps in 30 days, just to show you how easy it is. We live in amazing times. You know, the gatekeepers have gone. There is nothing stopping you from building something. If you have an idea to monetize it, I'm showing you how easy it is and how quick it is. So if I can do it, and I'm not a coder, you can do it as well. So sorry about this. So my last prompt to Replit, my good friend. Again, working space is on the right here. That's the canvas. Instructions are going in the box here. So I'm giving it one last set of instructions. Set the page title to Fridge Chef Recipes from what you've got. Make it look good when someone shares the link on WhatsApp or social media. Really important. Show the name Fridge Chef and the words turn whatever's in your fridge into a real recipe instantly. add a small line at the very bottom that says built in one day, part of the 30 days in 30 apps, in 30 days challenge with me, Zack Jan, founder and CEO of R2D2AI.com, and also Zack Jan, AI coach on YouTube. And also my immense thanks to Amjad and the team at Replit for supporting me. Thank you so much. So put that in there. Make sure everything works on a phone with a big, easy to tap button. Please give me the public link so I can share it, which I will share in the links comment section below. Let's see what it does. This shouldn't take too long. You know, whilst it's doing that, I just think I speak to a lot of people who are scared of AI, fearful of AI, worried about the bad side. The reality is talking still, which you can see. But the reality is there are car crashes, there are road accidents, there are unfortunately plane crashes, there are train crashes, there are people with guns. There are risks with everything. But I think the biggest risk is not getting involved. Not sure what it's doing there. Something about coding. It's talking to me on the left though. So it's talking to me whilst it's showing me the work. This is the work it's doing. And this is the feedback I'm getting and the communication, which is marvelous. But I think, when calculators were introduced into schools, teachers were outraged. When cars came into mainstream, horse owners were outraged. When the tractor came in, farmers were outraged. When electricity came, when water coming through our taps, that was a big deal at one time. Microwave ovens, mobile phones, smartphones, the radio, Sky TV, if you're in the UK. All of these things have changed our lives. Internet, broadband. The great thing about this is whether you are 18 or 80, I'm showing you now how easy it is to use. So you can build anything and potentially make a business for yourself, help your family, help a loved one. If you run something, an organization like a church, a scouts group, a sports club, a community of any kind, you could build an app this quickly. This has taken me less than half an hour. It would have been done quicker if I hadn't been filming. And a very, very, very little cost. So that's it. It's ready to publish. And what I'm going to do is publish it in the comment section below for you to play around with. And you tell me what you think of it. You tell me what you think of it. Amazing times we live in. Take care. Thank you so much for watching. And I look forward to seeing you again tomorrow for day 2 of 30 apps in 30 days with me, Zack Jan, founder, CEO of R2D2AI.com, Zack Jan, AI coach on YouTube. And again, my gratitude to the lovely team at Replit.com for supporting me on this project. I look forward to seeing you tomorrow. Take care.